Heisman Trophy winners have all signed with the United States Football League. In 1983, it was Georgia's Herschel Walker. Walker, in his 3 years at Georgia, led the Bulldogs to 1 national title and 3 SEC championships. In 1984, Mike Rozier, who led the Nebraska Cornhuskers to within 1 game of a national championship, decided to cast his lot with the new league as well. And now in 1985, quarterback Doug Flutie of Boston College, a Heisman Trophy winner, has decided to take Donald Trump's money and hopefully run the New Jersey Generals to a USFL title. These 3 Heisman winners are exceptionally well paid, but all 3 are also exceptional football players, and just one reason to watch the USFL in 1985. Hello, everyone, and welcome to ESPN's preseason look at the United States Football League. I'm Tom Ees, and this year our show comes to you from the training camp of the USFL champions, the Baltimore Stars. And over the next 30 minutes, we'll take an in-depth look at the Stars as well as the LA Express. We'll touch on all the teams in the USFL. We'll also touch on some of the big names that could make year number 3 the most exciting yet in the United States Football League. All that and more coming your way next as its teams going into the regular season. Last year, the teams east of the Mississippi made up the Atlantic and the Southern divisions. The Atlantic division had Philadelphia, New Jersey, Pittsburgh, and Washington. The Southern division was composed of Tampa Bay, Birmingham, New Orleans, Memphis, and Jacksonville. Now this year, they've been merged into the Eastern Conference, composed of 7 teams. Philadelphia has moved to Baltimore. The Washington Federals have moved to Orlando to become the Renegades. And then you have the New Jersey Generals, the Memphis Showboats, the Jacksonville Bulls, the Tampa Bay Bandits, and the Birmingham Stallions. What happened to New Orleans? Well, they moved into the Western Conference to become the Portland Breakers. We're coming to you from the training camp of the champion Stars. The Stars won the USFL title last year as the Philadelphia Stars, but they'll defend it in 1985 as the Baltimore Stars. Yes, the cities may be different, but the outlook of this championship team is still the same. And why not? After all, the Stars are basically the same team from top to bottom that won 19 games last year and lost only 2. We begin with an offense that was the most efficient in the USFL. They're led by quarterback Chuck Fusina from Penn State. Fusina has been nothing but a winner since high school, and he doesn't plan to change in 1985. And one big reason why Fusina and the other Stars expect to be winners again is Kelvin Bryant. Bryant, in his 3rd year from North Carolina, appears to be on the verge of his best season ever. And that's saying something after a guy is coming off a year when he ran for over 1,400 yards while missing 3 games.
Kelvin had a good offseason and worked hard in the offseason, got himself stronger and in good shape, and he's had his best camp. Last year, he missed a lot of time in camp with injuries, and this year he's come back and he's working hard and practicing every day and looking very well right now.
I felt pretty good. I worked out during the offseason last year, and I feel, pretty good, feel healthy now, and I think I'm going to have a better season this year.
Well, Kelvin's a tremendous running back. He starts out full speed and right out with a stance, and he knows where to hit the holes and how to hit them, and he just makes our job a lot easier.
I said it the first year, and I said it the second year, and I'll say it this year. I'm playing with the best player in the league, and Kelvin looks as sharp as he ever has been, and it's just fun playing with him.
On the other side of the line of scrimmage, the famed doghouse defense will be playing in a different doghouse this year. That's true, but they'll be just as mean.
Are they still going to call you that in Baltimore, or the same personality with this bunch of guys?
I think it's the same guys, and I think it's the same personality. I think, that all started 3 years ago from our opening training camp when we were beat pretty bad by Tampa Bay and a few other teams in scrimmages, and since then we've developed into quite a defense, and it's just kind of a pet name for us, and we like to keep it.
Basically, we have the same bunch, and guys have been out here working real hard, and we're just looking forward to playing some good defense and having a real good defensive year.
They've been active this camp. We've had a lot of injuries. Guys like Pete Kugler's missed some time. Antonio Gibson, our starting strong safety, who's an excellent football player, has missed some time. But overall, we should have another good defensive team.
The site will be different for Jim Moore's team. Instead of the AstroTurf of Philadelphia's Veterans Stadium, it will be the natural grass of Byrd Stadium in College Park, Maryland. The move did not excite everyone at first, but now everyone is looking forward to football in the land of the crab cake.
At first, I was kind of disappointed because I am from Philadelphia area. I grew up there, but, I accepted it, and it's part of my profession. I'm looking forward to it now.
Baltimore's a great football city, and it's a great place to play for, and I'm looking forward to the day that we can get based out of Baltimore and just be able to vote full-time in the community.
Now the common whammy of every championship team, trying to repeat. The Stars don't want to seem cocky, but they don't feel that winning another USFL title will be all that impossible.
Well, I don't think that it's hard to repeat. I think every guy in this team has the kind of character and personality that it takes to just continue winning and forget about the past and worry about the future. You know, we're not a group that looks in the rearview mirror. We just want to take each game as it comes. And you know, 5 losses in 2 years. You know, I don't see it stopping. I think that our team is really has a lot of character and we're well coached. So that's all it takes.
Everybody's out to beat the champ. And I don't notice anything different on our football team. I don't notice any complacency. We've worked hard. The attitude's super. We've had a good 2 weeks of camp so far. So I don't see anything different on our team. I just think that the teams you play are a little bit more excited to play you. And I think with the level of competition equaling out a little bit in the league this year, that it's going to be tough to repeat. But I like our football team, and I think we've got a good chance to be competitive and a good chance to be in the hunt.
Of course, the New Jersey Generals hope to be in the hunt as well. The Generals lost to the Stars in the playoffs last year, but are favored to make another run this year with rookie quarterback Doug Flutie leading the way. More on him later. And also running backs like Herschel Walker and Maurice Carthen. If they do their part on offense, the Generals will be able to move the ball with the best of them. The defense is a question mark, but with veterans like Bobby Leopold and Jim LeClaire, plus the addition of a defensive back like Jerry Holmes, the Generals could be stingy indeed on the defensive side of the line of scrimmage. The Tampa Bay Bandits are also a team favored to make the playoffs once again in 1985. Bandit ball will be entertaining as always, with quarterback John Reeves throwing to a variety of talented receivers.
We got some good offensive threats. We got a good tight end too, Marvin Harvey, and the line has done a good job. And so we still have room for improvement, and hopefully we won't have any injuries at the end of the year this year like we did last year.
The defense has improved as well, and if the Bandits can play a little more ball control this year, look out. The Birmingham Stallions look strong indeed, with the USFL's leading rusher, Joe Cribbs, returning, along with veteran quarterback Cliff Stout. The key to the Stallions' performance this year will rest on how consistent the defensive unit plays. If it plays well, the Stallions could be even better than last year's 14-4. The Jacksonville Bulls will have a new quarterback, Brian Sipe, directing Coach Lindy Infante's offense this spring. And they'll also feature 2 well-known running backs in Archie Griffin and Mike Rozier. A thought that gladdens the heart of Coach Lindy Infante.
Well, we're really hoping that both of those guys will give us a strong running attack, and hopefully 2 guys that can also come out of the backfield and catch the ball.
Defensively, #1 draft pick Keith Millard of Washington State should bolster the Bulls' pass rush, along with Curtis Anderson obtained from Oklahoma. Now, if Jacksonville can only stay healthy. The Memphis Showboats went to great lengths to shore up their defense with the addition of #1 NFL draft picks Leonard Coleman from Vanderbilt and Mossy Cade from Texas. Former Michigan Panther John Corker also will help with the pass rush. Offensively, Coach Pepper Rogers will have former Arizona star running back Tim Spencer to call on once Spencer recovers from an ankle injury. And he'll also have former Alabama star Walter Lewis at quarterback. Former NFL quarterback Jerry Goldstein will lead the Orlando Renegades into action. The Gades are happy to be in Orlando, having moved down the coast from Washington, and Coach Lee Corso is always happy as long as he's coaching.
I'm talking about when you get down to it, coaching's not a job, it's a privilege.
The Renegades also have an